Welcome, my dear student. This is my 17th lecture in computer programming through C language. The code of the subject is 1600302. In 17th lecture, I am going to explain about the character set, variable, and data types. So this topic belongs from third unit of computer programming through C. The name of the third unit is Introduction to C language. So now let's start our video class. The content of today video lecture is we are going to see character set, then we will see variables, then we will see identifiers in the C programming language, and finally we will see the data types in the C programming language. So these are the four content of today video lecture. Dear student, this video I am preparing based on the State Board of Technical Education syllabus for diploma student. So according to the syllabus which is given by the SBT, so this is the topic we are going to be covered. First we are going to see character set, variables, identifiers, data types in C programming. Now the first point we are going to see character set in C programming language. So first of all, what do you mean by character? Character denotes any alphabets, digit, special symbol to represent information. So in C language we are using the concept of character to represent information, and character denotes alphabet, digit or a special symbol. These characters can be combined to form variables. So once we are going to be combine the character, then we will get a variables. C uses constant, variables, operators, keyword and expression as the building block to form the basic C program. Dear students, C programming uses constant, variables, operators, keyword and expression as a building block to form basic C program. So if you want to be write basic C program, we are going to use this constant, variable, operators, keywords and expression to prepare the basic C program. Character set means character set is the fundamental raw material. Here it's saying that it's a fundamental raw material of any language which used to represent information. As I told you in the beginning, character is using to represent information. So character set is the fundamental raw material of any programming language and they are using to represent information. For example, natural language, computer language will have well-defined character set which is used to build the program. So natural language as well as computer language, they are having their own character set to build the program. Now we have two categories of the character set in C programming language. The first one we have a source character set and the next we have a execution character set. Inside the source character set we have a four types, that is alphabets, digits, special character, white spaces. So in alphabet, when we are going to talk about the alphabets, means it's come both capital letter A to Z and small letter A to Z. In capital letter we can also call uppercase letter from A to Z, and lowercase letter from A to Z. Now digit means 0 to 9. All digit will become 0 to 9. A special character means all symbols will become as a special character, and white space means blank space, horizontal tab. This all comes under the white space. So this is one of the important chart I have given for you about the character set and the source character set, all explained in this chart. Now execution character set means escape sequence is one of the type which comes under the execution character set. Escape sequence usually consists of a backslash and the letter or a combination of digit, right? It's a letter or a combination of digit. And spec sequence is considered as a single character. It's considered as a single character but a valid character constant. So we have a two categories of the character set: source character set and execution character set. Inside the source character set we have a four types: alphabets, digit, special character, white space. And execution character set, inside that we have a one that is called space sequence. Now we will see about the variables in C programming language. So variables in a C programming language are named memory location, where the user can store values of the variables of same data types during the program execution. Dear student, please try to understand here. Variable in a C programming language are used named memory location, where the user can store values of the variable which have same data types during the program execution. This is the first point. Second point says that every variable in C programming language must be declared in the declare section before it is used. So before going to be used any variable in the C programming language, we must have to declare in the declare section. Third point says that every variable must have a data type, definitely, that determines the range and the type of value to be stored and the size of memory to be located. For example, if you want to be declare any variable, then we must define which type data type variable you are going to be used, whether it's a integer, float, character, or double. So if you define the data type determine the range and the type of value, and that size is allocated for the that type of a data types. That means memory में allocation जो साइज जो एलोकेट करते हैं वो डेटा टाइप पर डिपेंड करता है. और कोई भी वेरिएबल को अगर हम लोग डिक्लेयर करना चाहते हैं सी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में, तो उससे पहले हम उसका डेटा टाइप को भी हमको डिक्लेयर करना, और डेटा टाइप ही डिटरमाइन करता है उसकी रेंज का और उसकी वैल्यू को स्टोर करने के लिए इन मेमोरी में. ठीक है. सो ए वेरिएबल नेम मे कंटेन लेटर्स, डिजिट एंड अंडरस्कोर सिंबल. सो दीज आर द things. So variable name may be contain letters, digit or underscore symbol. So underscore symbol can be possible only. Apart from this symbol, other symbol is not accepted as a name as a variable. So we are going to see some special rule to specify a variable name. The first, variable name should not start with digit. So variable name should be not start with any digit like 9, 4, 5. These all are the 0 to 9. So all are digit. Keyword should not be used as a variable name. So keyword is already defined word, keywords in the variables in C programming language. So this keywords is not considered as a variable name. Variable name should not contain any special symbol except underscore. Already I told you, except underscore, any other symbol is not going to be considered as a variable name. A variable name can be of any length, but our compiler is going to be read or consider only 31st first characters of the variable name. So these are the basic rules to specify the variable name. I hope my dear students it's clear for you. Now declaration of variable. So declaration will allocate memory for a specific variable with garbage value. So declaration of variable means it's declaration will allocate memory in the computer with specified variable and garbage value. So syntax for the declaration is data type, variable name. So for example, here int a. So a is a variable name or int is a data type. Similarly float b. So b is a variable name, float is a data type. And character c. C is a variable name, character is a data type. So this way we are going to be declare the variable. Initialization of variable. Once we can declare the variable in the declare section, then we are going to be initialize the variable. Initialization of variable means we are going to be assign the value to the variable. For example, a equal to 10, right? A equal to 10. Say a having a data type int, so a having a value 10. Similarly, b having a data type float, so b having a value 4.5, right? So here I have given 4.5. Why? Because the b data type is float. Similarly, c equal to quote of a, that is character. So character must be enclosed with the single quotes. So kindly make a note for this point. Character must be enclosed with the single quotes. Now we have an identifier. The identifier is a user-defined name of entity to identify it uniquely during the program execution. So identifier is used as a user-defined name of an entity to identify it uniquely during the program execution. Identifier can be defined as the user-defined name to identify an entity uniquely in C programming language. That name may be of variable name. So this name may be of variable name, either function name, array name, pointer name, or a structure name or a label. So identifier in C programming language, this name identifier name may be of a variable name, function name, array name, pointer name, structure name, or we can say as a label. For example, if you want to understand more about the identifier, so int marks, character student name array of 30. So here marks and student name is are called as a identifier. So I hope it is clear for you. Now rules for creating identifier. Again we have some rules to follow for creating identifier. So first rule says that identifier can contain letters only. It may be a uppercase or lowercase, numeric value or underscore symbol only, right? So it contains letter may be a lowercase or uppercase, numeric value that means digit that is 0 to 9 or underscore symbol only. An identifier should not start with a numerical value. So our identifier should not be start with the numerical value. Numerical value के साथ वो शुरुआत नहीं होता है. It can start with a letter or a underscore. Letter or underscore के साथ वो शुरुआत होती है. We should not use any special symbol in between the identifier, even white space. हमें अगर कोई भी आइडेंटिफायर अगर हम लोग क्रिएट कर रहे हैं तो उसके बीच में कोई भी हम लोग सिंबल्स को इस्तेमाल नहीं करेंगे, यहां तक कि हम लोग व्हाइट स्पेस भी नहीं छोड़ेंगे. ओनली वी आर गोइंग टू बी यूज द अंडरस्कोर एज अ सिंबल बिटवीन द identifier, between the any between the identifier, right? So underscore only symbol is possible to be used. So keyword should not be used as identifier. Similarly, keyword is also not used as a variable. So there is no limit for the length of the identifier. Length of the identifier, if you want to be create identifier, then there is no limit for the length of the identifier. But the compiler is only going to be read 31st first character only. So first 31st character only. So compiler is going to be read or consider first 31st character only. So identifier must be unique in its scope. So our identifier should be unique in their scope. So these are all about the identifier, concept of identifier we are using in the C programming language. Now we have our data types. So data type is a set of value with predefined characteristics. So predefined, it's already defined and loaded in the program, computer. That is called predefined characteristics. So data types are used to declare variable name, constant, array, pointer, function. So data types are used to declare variable, constant, array, pointers and functions. So in C programming language, data types are classified into following. What are the data types in C programming language? We have a primary data type, derived data type, enumeration data type and void data type. So primary data type is also known as a basic data type or predefined data type. Derived data type is also known as a secondary data type or user defined data type, and other two, that is called enumeration data type and void data type. Now we will see this data type one by one in detail. This is the pictorial representation of the data type in C programming language. The first, we have a basic data type that is called primary data type. Inside that, we are going to be study about the integer, float, double, character. Enumerated data types. This type of a data is used to define variable that can only assign certain integer value. So this type of a data type can only assign certain type of a integer value. Void type, this type of a data types does not return any value. That means does not indicates any value, no value. That means empty value, right? And derived data types, that is called secondary data type. That is user created data type. We can say that user created data types like array, structure, union. This is all called as a derived data type. Now we have primary data type. So primary data type in the C programming language are the basic data type. This is called as a basic data type. All the primary data types are already defined in the system. This primary data type is already defined in the system. This primary data type is also known as a built-in data type, right? So some of the important or some of the main primary data types in C programming language are integer data type, float data type, double data type, and character data type, right? So these are the four primary data types in C programming language. Now this is the pictorial representation of the primary data type. In integer we have again two types, signed and unsigned. In signed we have a int, short int and long int. Unsigned we have a int, short int and long int. Then again floating point, float, double, long double. Character, inside the character we have a character, signed character or unsigned character. So these are the exact pictorial representation of the primary data types. I explain clearly here. Now integer data type. So integer data type means the integer data type is a set of whole numbers. Integer data type means it's a set of whole numbers. First point. Second point says that integer data types does not hold any decimal value, right? Does not hold any decimal value. Third point of the integer data type, we use keyword int to represent the integer data type in C programming language. So we are using keyword as a int to represent. So we use keyword int to declare the variable and to specify return type of a function, right? So we use keyword int to declare the variable and to specify return type of a function. So integer data type is used with different type modifier like short, long, signed or unsigned. So these are the modifier of the integer data types. I hope my dear student it's clear for you. Now integer data types, these are this one is the complete details about the integer data types. So we have a int signed, signed short int, signed short int, again signed long int, unsigned long int or unsigned long int. So what is the size for that? So int 2, again 2, long 4, unsigned int 2, unsigned longs int 4. Then it's a range and it's a specifier. So this is the exact details of the integer data types, right? I hope, my dear students, when we are going to be do the programming, this concept will be help you to do the C programming language, do the program in C programming language. Now floating point data types. Floating point data types are the set of number with the decimal value. That means it's always having a decimal value. Floating point value must be contain decimal value. So floating point data type must contain decimal value. So floating point data types value must be contain a decimal value. So there are two variant of the floating point data types. That is, one is called float and double is called, and another is called double. So we use keyword float to represent floating point data types and double to represent double floating point data type in C programming language. Both float and double are similar, but they are differ in the नंबर ऑफ डेसिमल प्लेसेस. दोनों ही सेम है, फ्लोट और डबल दोनों ही सेम है, लेकिन दोनों में बस एक ही अंतर है डेसिमल प्लेसेस का नंबर में. सो फ्लोट वैल्यू कंटेन्स 6 डेसिमल प्लेसेस, whereas double value contains 15 to 19 decimal places. So these are the main difference between the float and double. So float में कितना decimal places होते हैं? Till 6. लेकिन double में कितना हो जाता है? 15 to 19. This is the complete details about the floating point data types. So these are the types: float, double, long double. Size. So these are the size we are going. Once we declare data type as a float, then its 4 bytes is occupied in the memory in a computer. If we declare data type double, then 8 byte will be occupied in the memory of the computer, and the range is from here to here, and the specifier will be like this. Now it's hope it's clear for you, my dear friends. Now character data types. So character data type is a set of character enclosed in single quotation. Single quote में हम लोग इसको रखते हैं. Character data type is used to store only one letter or a digit or a symbol at a time, right? So these are the complete details chart of the character data type. Signed character or unsigned character. The size is both 1 1. So once we can declare data type as a character, that means 1 bytes is stored in the memory, and the range is this one to this one, and the specifier is this one, right? Now we have a complete chart about the primary data types. This kindly have a look on this. So integer, floating point, double, character. What is it? It's given, keyword is given, memory size, how much to how much they are going to occupy, their ranges is given, a specifier type is given, type modifier is given, and type qualifier is given. So these are the complete details about the primary data types. Now we have void data types. Void data type means nothing or no value. As I told you in the beginning itself, void data types does not have any value or does not hold any value. Generally, the void is used to specify a function which does not return any value. In programming language, we are writing void main. That means they are not going to return any value, right? So that is called void data types. We use the void type data type to specify empty parameters of the functions. So these are the basic concept about the void data type. Now we have a enumerated data types. Enumerated data type is a user defined data type that consists of a integer, constant, and each integer constant is given by a name. So keyword is enum is used to define the enumerated data types. So dear students, kindly keep this word enum. This is the keyword when we are going to be define enumerated data type, then we must use this keyword. So this way we are able to identify that this is the enumerated data type. Now we have a derived data types. So derived data types are also called as a user defined data types that can be created by the user. Derived data types are also as a user defined data types or secondary data types, जिसको हम लोग secondary data type भी कहते हैं. Some of the important derived data types in C programming language are array, structure, union or enumerations. So these are the important derived data types which is created by the user in the programming language, and these are also called as a secondary data types. Now this is our summary. I hope you are study about the character set in C language. You understood about it. Then we also understood about the variable in C programming language. I hope, my dear friends, it's clear about the concept of identifier in C programming language and about the data types in C programming language. These are the reference I am giving to you, my dear students. Kindly go through this reference. I have given 2 YouTube links that help you to acquire more knowledge, and 2 books. Kindly have this book with you to get more knowledge and become master on the programming language. I hope, my dear students, this video is helpful for you. Thank you. Thank you so much. We will see in the next video lecture.